Welcome to our video on the dark side of China. Today we're discussing the pressing issue that's been causing significant concern in China and the world, the rapid decline of China's population. For decades, China has been home to the world's largest population, but now it's facing new reality where its population is shrinking at an alarming rate. This trend has far-reaching implications for the country's economy, social structure and political landscape. So let's dive into the dark side of China's demographic crisis. Before we begin, make sure that you've subscribed to our channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon to keep yourself updated with our regular uploads. Demographic challenges. China's population has been declining rapidly in recent years, with a fertility rate of 1.3 well below the replacement level of 2.1. The aging population and shrinking workforce are expected to put a significant strain on the country's economic and social systems. The aging population is one of the most significant challenges posed by China's demographic crisis. As life expectancy has increased and fertility rates have fallen, the proportion of elderly people in China has been rising steadily. In 2019, people aged 65 and over made up to 12.6% of the population, a figure that is projected to rise to 20% by 2025. This will put a significant pressure on social welfare programs as well as healthcare and pension systems. Another consequence of China's declining population is a shrinking workforce. As the population ages and fertility rates remain low, there will be fewer young people entering the workforce to replace those who are retiring. This could lead to labor shortages, which could impact economic growth and productivity. The economic implications of China's demographic challenge are significant. A shrinking workforce could lead to a slowdown in economic growth as there are fewer workers available to produce goods and services. Rising healthcare costs and the need for increased elderly care could also strain the country's economic resources. Reason for declining population? The one-child policy, which was introduced in 1979 and officially ended in 2015, is one of the primary reasons for China's declining population. The policy restricted most couples to having only one child, with some expectations for rural families or couples who were both only children. The policy was effective in controlling population growth, but also contributed to a demographic imbalance, with a disproportionately large aging population and a shrinking workforce. Traditional Chinese culture placed a high value on large families and having many children. However, as China has modernized and urbanized, cultural norms have shifted, and fewer couples now see having children as a priority. Many young Chinese people are focused on their careers and personal pursuits and are delaying or foregoing marriage and parenthood. Risking cost of living. The cost of living in China's cities has recently risen sharply, making it more challenging for couples to afford to have children. Housing, education and healthcare costs are particularly high, which can be a deterrent for young couples who are considering starting a family. Growing urbanization. China's rapid urbanization has led to significant changes in family structures and social norms. In cities, it's common for both parents to work full-time, which can make it challenging to take care for children. The rise of the nuclear family has also led to a decrease in the number of multi-generational households, which traditionally provided support for child rearing. Economic implications. Number 1. The slowdown of economic growth. China's shrinking population can lead to a slowdown in economic growth due to a smaller labor force. With fewer people of working age, there will be fewer people to fill jobs and drive economic growth. This can also lead to a decline in innovation and productivity as there are fewer people to develop and implement new ideas and technologies. Number 2. Rising healthcare costs. An aging population will increase the demand for healthcare services, which will result in higher healthcare costs. China's healthcare system is already strained due to an aging population, and a further decline in population could exacerbate the issue. This can create significant economic challenges for the country, as healthcare costs can quickly become a significant burden on the national budget. Number 3. Declining consumer spending. A shrinking population can also lead to declining consumer spending, which can impact economic growth. With fewer young people, there will be fewer people starting families and buying homes, which can impact the real estate market. Additionally, with fewer young people, there may be a decline in demand for goods and services typically associated with young people, such as fashion and entertainment. Social implications. Strain on social welfare programs. As China's population ages and the ratio of elderly people to working-age people increases, there will be a significant strain on social welfare programs. These programs, such as healthcare, pensions and social security, will need to support an increasing number of elderly people, and the costs of these programs will rise. Number 2. Increasing elderly care needs. As the population ages, there will be an increasing need for elderly care services. This includes both healthcare services and long-term care services. The demand for elderly care services will place a significant strain on China's healthcare system and could lead to increased costs for families and the government. Number 3. Changes in family structure. As more young people delay or forego marriage and parenthood, there will be a significant change in family structure. The rise of the nuclear family and the decline of the extended family could lead to social isolation for elderly citizens who may have traditionally relied on family support. This could also lead to increased demand for elderly care services. Political implications. Shift in political power. China's declining population could lead to a shift in political power, as there are fewer young people to replace the current political leaders. This could result in a generation gap in political leadership, with older leaders holding on to power for longer periods. This could also lead to a decline in political stability, as younger generations may feel disenfranchised and disconnected from the political process. Number 2. Changes in government policies. As China's population declines, the government will need to adjust its policies to address the changing demographics. For example, the government may need to increase support for elderly care services, expand social welfare programs, and adjust tax policies to support families with children. The government may also need to shift its focus to industries that are less reliant on a large workforce, such as technology and innovation. Number 3. Adaptation of the Communist Party. The Communist Party of China has historically been focused on promoting economic growth and maintaining political stability. However, as the population declines and the demographic composition of the country changes, the CPC may need to adapt its policies and priorities to remain relevant and maintain political power. This could include promoting social policies that support family formation and childcare, as well as investing in industries that are less reliant on a large workforce. Future outlook. Number 1. Reversal of the trend. While China's population is currently declining, there is a potential of the trend to reverse. The government has relaxed the one-child policy, and there has been a slight increase in the birth rate in recent years. Additionally, immigration could also play a role in offsetting the declining population. However, it remains to be seen whether these factors will be enough to fully reverse the demographic trend. Number 2. Impact of technology. The impact of technology on population growth is an important factor to consider. As technology advances, it may become easier and more affordable for families to have children or for individuals to support themselves without relying on a large workforce. For example, advancements in robotics and automation could reduce the need for a large labor force, which could mitigate the negative economic impact of a shrinking population. Number 3. Global position. China's demographic challenge has significant implications for the future global position. A declining population could result in a decline in economic growth and innovation, which could impact its ability to compete with other global powers such as the United States. Additionally, a declining population could result in a shift in global power dynamics, as China's influence is increasingly challenged by other rising powers such as India. Ultimately, the fate of China's population will have a significant impact not just on the country itself, but on the world as a whole. Do let us know in the comments down below what you think of this video. Also give it a huge thumbs up if you liked it.